Still, all clear, take it. Inside again. All clear, take it. Pushing you, 2 to go with the 1. Oh, he just wrecked us. Yep, he definitely wrecked me. I feel your pain, bro. Screw him.
Hey, everybody. Ryan Word with Coon and Chuck live.
Yeah.
Live from SEMA.
Woohoo!
Las Vegas. We're in the NASCAR booth, and we got people looking at us, and it's very awkward.
Lights, camera,
people
action.
are walking. We're right by the Ford stage, which is awesome.
I know your car's right there.
It's right there.
The 21.
It's right there. So it's nice to be here. Doing a live show, so we have to be very careful what we say.
That's
We
true.
do.
And also with the live
TB2.
show, I tried to like fade out the music like we do in the radio studio, and
Did a bad job.
There was an abrupt ending.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to critique you or anything like that. It's your first time.
Right. Yeah. Well, first time with this setting
Well,
in
this
this
setting,
yeah.
Yeah.
With people staring at me while I'm doing it.
It is a little
Yeah.
odd.
Yeah.
It is a little
We don't
awkward.
get this much foot traffic in our studio.
No, it's a little strange. Honestly, I'm nervous right now watching all these people and just kind of staring at us right now.
And there's no glass to protect us.
No.
But see, you
nothing.
shouldn't be nervous because, you race for a living. So you're in front of a bunch of people all the time, like Martinsville this past weekend.
Yeah, but I'm in my little bubble in the car.
Even when you get out of the car?
Yeah, that's different.
Okay.
But yeah, the a lot of people were at Martinsville.
Yeah.
Tons of folks.
They were
And,
loud.
And
They
they
were
were loud,
loud.
especially after the deal that happened when we introed it with Chase getting wrecked, and that was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Chase
great.
surprised me, though, when he got onto the front stretch and got out of his car, and he was, like, cheering on the crowd.
He was pumping them up.
We
Yeah,
gotta-
I know.
You got to pump the crowd up, get them.
And I
Get
just
'em on
felt,
their feet.
I just felt like that was uncharacteristic of Chase.
Yeah, I did. I saw the video of that, and
Yeah.
it was pretty funny. But I guess that's when Denny was getting interviewed, and he
Yeah.
wanted them to
Oh.
be so loud they couldn't hear him.
Well, that was so fun. Like, if you're listening to the interview, watching it on TV, you hear when Denny's talking, everybody just starts booing.
Yeah.
And then when Chase started talking, they just start, yeah.
Everyone started cheering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which said something that he got booed in his home state.
Yeah.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, there's a lot of non-Denny Hamlin fans out there right now.
Yeah,
But-
unfortunate.
Yeah, that happens. That's the way it goes.
He did apologize.
He apologized.
Yeah.
I mean,
On Twitter.
I can kill an animal and I can apologize after killing it. It's still.
When he wasn't the
bad.
only driver that had any post-race
Shenanigans?
Yeah, there's a lot of them going on.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them going on.
Do you want to elaborate on any of those?
Yeah, me and Kevin had a discussion. We just talked about our day and what's gonna.
It was a colorful
what
discussion.
What our dinner was gonna be
Yeah.
later that night.
So what was he having for dinner?
Knuckle sandwich. I don't know. But no, we run
Some
into.
tenderized ribs.
I see what you did there. Yeah. It's a joke because of the jab.
Yeah.
No, we ran into each other a little bit during the race, and we had to talk about it. And he gave me a little shot, and I gave him one back. So we're all good
Little
now.
love tap.
And we kind of resolved our issues. That part's pretty easy to get over.
Tit for tat, if you will.
Tit for tat.
Give and a take,
Yeah.
give and a take.
Yeah.
That's good.
But I thought you got a different reaction from Denny right out of the car. But again, you're right out of the car and you're heated. He apologized later.
Right.
On Twitter.
Took to the internet and
Yeah.
Why did he post on his?
It was a big thing he put in his notes. It was over
Yeah.
140
Yeah.
characters. I'll tell you that much.
It was. You can't
Give him 280.
Yeah.
And I thought this was pretty funny. He said, "I've raced nearly." I didn't see the nearly 10,000 races since I was 7. So Landon Castle did the math. And how many races is that a year?
Let's
since
see.
He said Landon had a tweet that was like, Denny Hamlin is my hero. The guy has raced 365 days a year for close to 29 years. Is
It
that
says,
right?
Denny is my hero. This man out here averaging 300 plus races a year for the past 29 years.
That's crazy. That's a lot. That's a lot of races.
Great stat right there, really.
That is.
Yeah.
Props to Landon for doing the math.
Yeah,
he doesn't need a statistician. Landon Castle is a NASCAR stat man.
I mean, he's out for hire. Anybody need a crew chief? He could.
Fuel mileage.
He's good at the math.
Be an engineer. Speaking of math.
Oh, yes.
I want to
math.
get to this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it behind me yet?
Not quite yet.
Not quite yet.
It will be here in 2 seconds. We got some math, so why don't you tell them what the math is?
Oh, the math is we've reached over 1 million listens.
1 million.
It's 1.02.
Oh, look, there you
today.
go.
See? Boom. 1 million.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh.
That's
And being
great.
in Vegas.
Yeah.
You got to celebrate,
Oh.
right? Oh.
Oh, that's
Woohoo.
amazing. Thank you guys for bringing that. Did you make that yourself? That's great.
Of course. You guys look fantastic.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So
that's very nice.
We
do
now
we get
have.
do we get to actually eat that later?
Yeah, we do. We got
brought
some
forks and knives and
good.
spoons.
Perfect.
And we can share it with fans if we want to. I mean,
We drew a big crowd here. Actually, I think you guys.
You
drew
guys
the-
are bringing the crowd in. You again look fantastic.
Yeah.
That's what you needed for Halloween last night.
I should have wore for Halloween. That'd have been great. Yeah.
what were you for Halloween last night?
Nothing. But I got called Carl from The Walking Dead, and I rolled with it.
Yeah.
And
You had on like a flannel and a hat. You kind of
Yeah.
you looked a little bit like Freddy Krueger. Didn't he wear a flannel and a hat?
Is my face burned or something?
No,
I mean,
not your face.
It was a striped shirt.
Oh, it was a
Flannel.
striped.
Yeah.
No,
He had a
has
hat
like
like
a
that.
sweater. He was in a
Oh, it
sweater.
was a sweater.
Yeah.
Shredder
You
hands.
just way.
that was way off.
Just the hat was similar. That's the only thing.
That's
But
the only thing.
but you were.
Or Indy. You could have been Indiana
I
Jones.
could have been
if you
Indiana
had it.
Jones, I guess. But I'm not
Yeah.
that cool.
Yeah.
You were Ray.
I was Ray
You
from
did
Star
really
Wars.
good. Yeah.
I did. I if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna go all out.
Yeah, you had the three.
The
Buns
three
in the
ponytail
back.
bun
Yeah.
things.
Aaron Jones on Facebook Watch says, 1 million listens, half of those are mine.
Well, we
He's
appreciate
taking
that.
credit
Thank you,
for it.
Aaron Jones. Yeah, we're also on Facebook Live and on NASCAR.com. This will also be in iTunes later on, so
Yeah.
keep
Fantastic.
downloading and listening to these,
Woohoo!
and we'll get to 2 million.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll just get naked when we get to 2 million, I guess.
Yeah, I was going to say, what are we going to do
I don't
then?
know how we're
I
gonna
mean,
top.
that's a big milestone.
I don't know how we're gonna top it. What were you for Halloween last night? Let's tell everybody. I know what you were, but
I
you should
was
tell everybody.
Jim Hopper from Stranger Things. Yeah.
I was a little surprised that we didn't see as many people out in costumes as I thought we would because it's
Yeah.
Vegas, and so I figured everybody and their mother would be out in a costume, and we didn't see many.
Nah, I agree with you on that one. It was very calm.
Yeah.
For some reason.
It was kind of early, too, when we,
Fair.
packed it in. Because walking back to the hotel outside of one of the nightclubs, there
Yeah.
were a bunch of people in costumes.
But that was just for that club. I think
Right.
that was a Halloween party.
Oh.
I thought there would be people all on the streets walking around
On
in
the street.
costumes. I was in a costume. I didn't care that I was the only one because
great.
it's Vegas.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I don't remember seeing people out there. My memory's vaguey.
Vaguey? It's vaguey?
I was gonna say my memory's vague, but I was gonna say cloudy, and then I just
Cloudy.
kind of combined the
It's
two
vaguey.
words.
Making a word.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Vaguey.
Yeah.
It's Vegas.
It's Vegas. It's vaguey-esque.
There were a couple of people walking around yesterday here at SEMA in
Dressed
costumes.
up.
Yeah.
Props
Yeah.
to them.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have worn my outfit all day if I had really thought about it. It was
Yeah.
comfortable.
Could you have done your commitments here at SEMA in your Ray costume?
I think so. They would have let me, right? Yeah, they're saying yes over
Yeah,
there.
they
I just had
totally
to
would've.
interview a bunch of people that came through the booth, and I would have been festive. It would have been a point of conversation.
It would have been a conversation starter, but speaking of starting, why did Halloween start? Do you know how it? Yeah,
we're
you like
going to talk about that.
transition?
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
good one.
Thanks.
Mad
I
props.
appreciate that.
job.
Yeah, and no one even knew it.
Just snuck it in.
Till we called it out. That's it's an old.
Did you do the research, Chuck?
I did a little bit of the research.
Oh, on the Wikipedia?
no. It's
You have
just-
Wikipedia pulled up right here.
I hope you're donating to them.
I am.
I looked up something this morning. It was like, donate $1.50 if you want us to keep going.
But basically, it's All Hallows Eve. You had All Saints
Okay.
Day, which is the day after, so it start out as like a pagan thing and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very sort of you're doing tricks and treats to keep like ghosts from haunting you and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're trying
Interesting.
to, yeah.
So that's where the trick or treat came from?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't, obviously, I'm not ever hardly home on Halloween, but kids come to your door and they say trick or treat. Everybody gives them treats.
Yeah, nobody
I think
does
you
a
should
trick.
trick them.
What if you just kick him in the stomach?
Or like hand out dental floss. That's a trick.
Or like sometimes you have
Yeah.
to do like
love
I
to
think
floss.
in England or somewhere they like perform for a treat.
Oh.
Like you have
there
to
you
do
go.
something for the treat.
That's a good idea.
Work for your treat.
Yeah, you got to work for the treat.
No, we
My-
don't give handouts
One of
over here.
my friend EC who works at NASCAR, she has like a candy dish at her desk, and she puts like little things like you have to do if you want a piece of candy. I thought that was very unique and creative.
When did it start? What year?
It started. Hang on
I'm
one
curious.
second.
I don't trust Wikipedia
I
anyway
don't-
because you could have went
I don't
in and
either.
typed
You
in
could've-
all
I
this
did.
stuff.
I'm making it up as we go along. I sent you guys a 2-minute video, and I watched it last week, and I'm not going to lie.
About Halloween?
Yeah, I forgot most of the information.
I'm not gonna lie, I did not watch the video.
Yeah, I didn't even watch
I'm
it.
just not going to send anything anymore. That's you know what? It just,
We'll get off topic of where
Yeah.
it started. We'll see.
You
There's
did
nobody.
dress up though. Not here, but you did have a Halloween costume.
Yeah, I was Woody. I
Yeah.
was Woody at my house party. I was Woody from the Toy Story, and my roommate was Buzz.
How did
Yeah,
you
so
draw
it was
straws
great.
for that?
Oh, I just figured I was walking by the costume shop and I saw a Woody outfit and I got it, and then my roommate thought it'd be a good idea to be Buzz.
Oh,
So they
perfect.
thought we were together. They thought we were a couple, I guess, in my Halloween party.
Did you see Bubba's costume yesterday?
Yeah,
Did he tweet it out?
yeah, it was scary. It frightened the hell out of me.
I couldn't figure out if it was one of those filters where it combines the photo, or if he had like put makeup on his face.
Oh no, that wasn't makeup on his face. I think it
I
was
know
like
it was like the
over.
morph face thing, but it was a really good
Yeah.
morphing.
It was
Like you had to do a double take.
It worked very well. He put that out, and I thought that was like a mask. It was crazy. He just wants to be me.
He just wants
Pretty
to
much.
be me.
But no, it was good. One of my best costumes I didn't wear though, chase for it, was I had a Robin costume, and like old school Robin, to where it was
Oh,
like
like
tights
with the
and
tights?
stuff.
Like
yeah.
the Adam West and
Oh, yeah.
Burt Ward.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Batman
didn't
and
wear it.
Robin?
It
Oh.
was scandalous.
Who
And it
was anybody Batman?
It was too cold. No, one was
No,
Batman, just
yeah.
Robin.
It's okay.
Robin's a strong, independent
He
person.
is. He's an orphan.
Yeah, he's just like
yeah.
Batman.
So
Yeah.
It's okay.
Speaking of that, I'm going to go out on a limb here. The Justice League comes out soon.
I know.
Very soon,
I'm very
Yeah.
excited.
and I'm very pumped up about it. Thor also comes out tomorrow.
I really hope with the Justice League you get that. Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom.
We talked about
yeah.
Yeah, that's like the best thing they did in the animated series.
I'm just excited for Aquaman.
Aquaman.
He looks cool.
He looks badass.
Yeah, he doesn't just talk to fish. He like
He's very different from the cartoon Aquaman.
He gets-
He's come a long way.
he gets a bad rap. on
Yeah.
Who looks a
cartoons.
little bit like Robin in the old cartoon.
Yeah.
He does. He's orange and blue and green
Yeah.
and stuff like that. It's not a good look for him.
Yeah.
But he looks good now. He looks like a cool hipster now.
A cool hipster?
Yeah, it looks like you.
A
like,
hip hipster?
Like
A
the
hip
guy you would
hipster.
want to hang out with.
Yeah.
Especially you, Chuck.
Oh,
you're a hipster.
You guys
Oh,
can.
right.
Aren't you a self-proclaimed hipster?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, you are.
I'm just trying to stay young, okay?
Yes.
I see your jeans
are.
and shoes and your coffee and your.
This
All of your
coffee is specifically ground by a.
Don't go to Starbucks. Go to
No,
your
no,
local
no. I have a
coffee
a
personal.
little animal that like
yeah,
stomps
just-
on him.
It's a- it-
Great.
It's a field mouse that
like a
comes in and
or a
just walks
squirrel.
on the.
Oh yeah.
A squirrel that chews it up and spits it back out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know how you.
You're
actually,
like baby birding coffee here.
I don't know.
To chew up your food and then give it to you. That's what we're gonna do with the cake.
Ew.
I didn't. What kind of cake is it? I'm kind of excited.
I'm sure it's vanilla. I think.
Yeah, yeah. It's your average vanilla cake.
That's fine. That's
Yeah.
great.
It
I
looks
haven't
delicious.
eaten today, so that'll be a
It
good.
kind of has a fall theme. Are those like fall leaves along the?
They can be.
I think they are.
They are fall leaves actually.
I really want
Yeah, they're
some
little
funfetti
fall-
for it.
Fall leaves.
They taste good too. They're gluten free.
We thought about having Brendan gone since he's a Vegas native come in a showgirl outfit, but we couldn't get a hold of him.
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
sure he would have done that. And our lovely ladies look much better, I think, than Brendan would have looked.
Brendan's belly would be poking me in the head.
Yeah.
His belly would be hitting the back of my
I'm
head.
not sure we would have found a corset that would have fit him.
No, it'd have to be self-made.
Yeah.
Chuck could have stitched it
Hey,
for
I
him.
could have stitched it together.
Oh,
we could
you
have
had a reenactment this past weekend,
I
right?
did.
We saw
How'd
a
that
really
go?
cool photo. Can we put a photo up of Chuck?
I don't know that we have
That
it.
photo you showed me last night of Chuck.
I don't know. It,
In-
it was
in the
it was
rain?
it was sent in Snapchat, so I don't think I even have
Ah.
it anymore. But
That's a lie because
it
we
rained
saw it last
for
night.
15 hours, so that was fun.
And it was cold,
Cold,
wasn't it?
yeah.
Cold and
Like we're
rainy.
talking like 50 degrees.
So do you use anything,
degrees.
any modern technology when you're doing the reenactment?
Nope.
Nothing. So you're building fires.
Yeah.
And you're in a,
Are you?
you're in a
And
tent.
You have,
firewood.
you have long johns on?
I mean, period underwear. It's
Period
long,
underwear.
Not period underwear, but it's.
That could be two different things right there. That's a little weird.
but no,
This is just
it's
like
long,
like
long
a sponge.
you get long knit drawers,
Ah.
and then you got your wool on, so you're keeping yourself warm, and maybe a blanket,
Blanket.
and then a rubber cloth
Oh, that's a
or an
that's
oilcloth
aggressive.
Do you wear
to repel the rain.
do you wear animals? Like you got like a big
Animal skin?
a big fur.
I have a squirrel that sits on my head, so when he's grinding my coffee,
Oh yeah.
I don't know. You're a fan of beaver, so maybe it was a beaver tail
yeah, just
hat.
yeah.
What was Davy Crockett? Was that a
It's a
raccoon hat?
raccoon skin hat,
Ah,
yeah.
gotcha.
Coonskin hat. I won a coonskin cap in Newport, Tennessee one time. I still have it.
You
And
won
I-
it?
Yeah, that's what you win. It's a part of the trophy.
Oh, I had no idea.
It's like, all right, here's a trophy, and then here's a raccoon skin cap.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, and the tail fell off of it the other day. I was moving and like part of the tail. It was gross.
Is it like one of the ones that's just like the fur and then the tail,
Yeah.
or is it? Because like the old school ones actually had like the face,
head
the
of
head
the-
of the like.
No, it was just the fur and the
the
tail.
raccoon, yeah.
Yeah, no, I wish it was that cool, but
Because if you look at the old pictures of not pictures, but etchings of David Crockett.
How authentic
Maybe.
do you think those etchings are?
Well, that was sort of a character, David Crockett. Davy
True.
Crockett was the character. David Crockett was the man.
oh, I didn't know that.
I don't know much about the Crockett history.
There's a whole lot of history. Then he fought at the Alamo.
Did they
He's a
create?
congressman from Tennessee.
Did they create the crock pot?
Crockpots are great
they're
items
amazing.
to have in your
They
kitchen.
keep things warm
all day long.
all
you
day
can
long.
cook things. You
Whatever
can
you want.
leave.
You can set it
can
on
go
just warm.
It's a slow cooker.
Yeah.
Kind of like this show.
You can
It's a
get-
slow cooker.
You can have queso, delicious queso. Just
You get home, there's queso. Throw a
whatever
little
you want,
chorizo
man.
in there, and boom, you got queso fundido.
That's incredible. We had Mexican last night. It was really
Yeah,
good.
it's good.
oh, actually, it was delicious.
It's making me crave like some actual food right now because I haven't eaten.
Did you
Ooh,
eat breakfast?
No, I didn't.
Well,
eat
we have
breakfast.
cake.
We have cake.
Oh, perfect. That's a great first meal of the day.
Nutritious and delicious.
I'm gonna eat the whole thing.
All right, I'm going to try a segue real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
I see a NASCAR driver over here.
Oh.
Jesse Awuji.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Yeah. So, girls, thank you for joining us. You guys can.
Oh, we're gonna let
Thanks
them
for
go.
coming out.
Yeah, I mean, they're just standing
Okay,
back.
I feel
kind of feel
bad.
bad that they're
I
just
feel
kind of standing
bad.
there. Yeah. We got
Yeah.
the cake. We got the views.
Okay.
Can we have a round of applause?
Thank
for
you
our
for our
great-
lovely
great-
showgirls.
great
You guys
girls.
look
Thank you
wonderful.
so much.
Wonderful.
They smell nice too.
They do. I mean, I would have had them stand there as long as
That's
possible,
what-
but
I did feel bad. Like they're just kind of
yeah.
standing. Like have a
Yeah.
seat. You can sit down. Just come on in.
Let's see. Jesse Awuji.
Oh, what's up? How's
How
it
you
going?
doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Just here at SEMA, enjoying my time with all these people. It's actually my first time being at SEMA.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's the coolest thing you've seen?
Coolest thing I've seen is probably all of our cars at Magnuson Superchargers, especially Rutledge Wood's car. Or actually his truck,
yeah.
Toyota Tundra. Yep.
He was here yesterday telling us he has like 3 different vehicles here.
Yeah. He's a pretty popular guy.
Yeah.
He has a lot of pretty cool vehicles.
So
Yeah.
I saw a photo of his outfit last night.
Oh, he was hauling oats.
Rutledge. Yeah, it was sparkly. Like, it was
Sparkly
like-
had gold pants.
It was like
Gold pants. Were they
gold
tight
pants.
or were they loose?
They were tight.
I think they were tight here, and then they
Bell
parachute.
bottom.
Bell bottom. Okay,
Yeah.
70s style.
Did you
Yeah.
dress up?
I didn't. No, I kept it chill. Went out, watched some other people who dressed up, but it was a good time.
Oh,
Do you
that's
have a
good.
favorite Halloween costume that you ever dressed up as?
My favorite is when I dressed up like an African because I am African.
Okay. Fair.
I did. I wore my like legit Nigerian attire.
Like
it was
tribal?
Like tribal,
Like-
yeah, straight
oh,
up,
very
yeah,
cool.
like real. Like it wasn't even a
Okay.
costume. It was like real, but people
Okay.
thought it was a costume. I'm like,
Okay.
no, I'm like Nigerian.
Oh,
I can
that's
speak our
awesome.
language.
Very, very cool.
That like tops the whole thing. Like, you're going as what you are.
Exactly, authentic.
That's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Can you
So where are you racing at next?
So I race K&N West, and our next race is actually our last race is this weekend on Saturday at Kern County. So
Okay.
should be pretty good. I think we have like a 30-car field right now. So
Yeah, it's pretty stout.
Yeah, some of the East guys are coming to run because their season was over like at the end of September. So looking forward to it, ending up our season, and going into the off season, which is not really an off season. Good
Yeah.
in some dirt racing, dirt outlaw
Okay.
carts. Yeah, the whole
Nice.
winter. So that should be
Cool,
pretty fun. Yeah.
Nice.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And to clarify some people up, you were in the Navy, right?
Yeah, so I'm actually still in the Navy too. So
Okay.
I was active duty from 2010 through basically this May. I went to the Naval Academy prior to that, played football. Football
wow.
was like my thing my whole life. I played
Okay.
it. Actually never raced until 2015. And that was my first time I ever
Wow.
jumped in any kind of race car.
That is crazy.
Yeah, so I was like active duty. Basically, I was on deployment, and I had this crazy idea that I want to become a professional race car driver. And after I came back from deployment, had linked up with the late model team. I started doing some late model races in 2015, did about 5, and then was dumb enough to jump up from there to the K&N series. Wasn't ready. Got destroyed at first, but got a little bit better and just kind of stayed consistent, finishing races, not wrecking and things like that in 2016.
Okay.
Finished 10th in points in my rookie
Nice.
year, and then this year running in my second season again, and looking forward to continue to progress. And it's a learning curve, but learning a lot. Being around it and learning from some good drivers and just trying to move up.
What position did you play in football?
I was a safety.
A
I was
safety.
a safety. Yeah.
Okay.
So I was number 3 at Naval Academy. We beat Army all 4 years, beat Air Force all 4 years,
That's
and
what's
beat Notre
important.
Dame twice.
Nice.
Who
Yeah.
was your coach when you were at Navy?
So my first 2 years there, it was Paul Johnson, who's now at Georgia Tech, and then my last 2 years was Coach Niamato Lolo, who I can't believe I said that perfectly.
That's what I was going to see if you were going to be able to pronounce that.
Yeah. So he was my coach my last 2 years there. He's still coached there right now, and he's doing a phenomenal job with that team. I mean, they've been killing it since we've been there. We killed it too when we were there.
Yeah. So you just woke up one day a few years ago. You're like, I want to be a race car driver.
You're eating your breakfast. You're like, man, I just want to drive a car.
While you're in the
lie,
academy, just-
no lie. Like it was 2014 is when I really made the decision. It was like January 2014. I was sitting in my room and I'm like, what am I going to do after the Navy? And I was like, I want to be a race car driver. I stood up, went to my wall, wrote down, be professional race car driver. From there, that's when like the universe started opening up a few doors. I went to a car show in March of that year, 2014. Ran into a guy. I started talking to him about the stuff I was doing with my Corvette, like just doing like track days and stuff and drag racing with my Challenger. From there, we split, and then I went to the porta potty. He had went to the porta potty. He went in there. He walked out, and when he walked out, he looked at me and he was like, "Hey, would you be interested in doing stock car racing?" And that's how the whole thing began.
You get your best ideas on the John.
And because I needed to pee, I'm now racing in the K&N series.
Hey, you gotta start somewhere, man.
Exactly.
It's all a dream.
That is the truth, though. Like, the bathroom
Yes.
in general is the best place for ideas. Like, shower.
It's yeah.
You know?
Oh, it's great.
Oh yeah. I get a lot of ideas in the shower.
That's the way they make all those like inspiration readings when you're on the toilet.
Yeah, they put them up on the walls and all that stuff.
I always think it's weird when you go to somebody's house though and there's like books to read next to the toilet.
I have a book.
Chronicles of Narnia.
Yeah, but if everybody's like touching the same book in the restroom.
There's diseases there and parasites, but I actually have a great book. It's called the Karma Putra. And it's like 36 mind-blowing ways
To shape it?
to poop.
Huh.
No, just like
Like
positions?
You're like sitting.
yeah, just your stance and
Stance.
One leg up.
So you don't have a squat.
so
You
what's
don't have
it
a
called?
squatty potty.
Yeah,
then.
what's it? Is it like what about squatting though? What's that called?
I don't know. They have some weird I should have brought the book.
That would have been amazing.
Yeah, but it's great. It's great. I'm on like
Selling
the
at Barnes and
15th
Nobles near
chapter,
you.
and yeah, it's great.
Okay.
You're learning new things.
Have you found one that works the best for you?
Well, some of them you can actually do, but some of them are just outrageous. Like you get all the way in the toilet.
yeah.
Like that's not happening.
You never want to hit the water.
No.
No, splashback is not. We, you
No.
know,
Last
Oh
flag.
no. You don't want that.
we are consistent on this podcast. We have. You notice we started talking
Potty
about that,
humor.
and half the people left.
Left. They're like, what?
Like, okay.
What are we witnessing right now? This guy likes it. He likes it.
He's enjoying
Yeah.
it.
Everybody
I'm gonna go
poops.
look at this car over here. It's pretty cool. Not listen to these weirdos.
35 episodes we've talked about that.
But people love it.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's fine. Yeah.
Everybody does it.
So
Yeah.
what is like? We're seeing all these. There's flashing lights in front of me, like the Exalta booth down there. What's the coolest thing that y'all have seen so far at the show?
Ooh, there was a 54 Corvette out front that was really pretty. I liked that. I would have liked to have driven that away. I haven't seen Rutledge has a lifted Mustang.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see that. He said it looks like a real life Hot Wheels.
It is.
And it's like red, white, and blue with like stars. But you don't often see a lifted Mustang.
where is
So I
it?
would like to see. He said it. I think it's like right out
Somewhere
front.
around here. It's like a
Right out
off-road
front of
Mustang.
one of the halls. I would like to see that.
Seen that. My favorite, I walked by, it's at the 4 stage. It's the original GT that they raced.
Oh,
the
yeah, that was
24
cool,
hours
too.
with. That was pretty cool. It's sitting up next to the new one. So that was cool. I haven't walked around too much though. I haven't really been here, so I need to walk around and see some cool cars. But that's my top favorite right now. But I do gotta go see Rutledge's. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed you and Rutledge kind of look alike?
Yeah.
Every time I see you, I'm like, is that right?
No, it's not right. Yeah.
How often, especially at track, do people say,
I've gotten that a good bit.
Rutledge!
Rutledge! He's taller than me, though.
Do you sign autographs as Rutledge if they ask?
No, I mean, I've only, I think, been asked to sign an autograph maybe 3 times in my life.
Okay.
It
Maybe
happened
4.
today.
Yeah, that
You
was
just-
4.
yeah.
That was 4.
It happened today.
First one was actually at
exciting.
Charlotte on my birthday a couple of years ago, and this little kid like ran up and was like, Chuck, can I get your autograph? And I was like,
Oh.
Oh, that is awesome.
like
There
I
were-
was shaking while I was signing his autograph
There
because
were
I was nervous.
Like the worst signature ever.
It's like, no.
Ah, there
All
were
the best.
a lot of
Chuck.
glass holes were at Martinsville.
I was not.
Did you get a lot of people
Oh
saying?
yeah, tons of glass holes at Martinsville. Got yelled at a lot.
Yep.
I'm a glass hole.
One couple I
all
met
that.
had a dog, and I took a picture with it, and its name was Pinsky, the dog.
Oh,
I thought that's
nice.
a cute name for a dog.
Yeah, that's adorable.
Somebody mistaken me for LaDainian Tomlinson at one of the cup races one time. I was walking by, because I'm a lieutenant
Yeah.
in the Navy, people call me LT because I'm a lieutenant. So I'm walking by and somebody's like, LT! I'm like, oh,
And you
this
look,
person-
you're
and I'm
like,
like, oh, this person knows I'm in the Navy. I don't know how, but I'm not wearing anything Navy. And I walk back and they're like, oh my God, I've been following you forever. And I'm like, okay, maybe an Instagram follower or something
Yeah.
like that. They're taking pictures. This lady was just so excited. I just made her day. And she's like, oh my God, LT, great job at the Hall of Fame. I'm like, Hall of Fame? I'm not in the NASCAR Hall of Fame, And then she walks away, and I'm walking away, and I'm like, she thought I was LaDainian Tomlinson.
Well, he did. He was he was a Grand Marshal or something.
It was that race. It was that race. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
so,
funny.
Because I was wearing a cool jacket, maybe she thought I was like a football player.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wasn't he at the banquet last year?
Yes.
Yeah.
He and Jordan Sparks, because they had that movie together. I think.
Remember seeing him in the airport when we were leaving. I was like, oh, it's LT.
I met Randy
He ran
Moss.
fast.
Randy
He ran
Moss in the
fast.
airport. I'm like, hey Randy. Randy's like really tall.
Yeah.
And he didn't care at all. I
Oh.
was just like, big fan. I love watching you play. He was like, all right. And he kept walking. I was like, man.
Did you say, I hate to do this, but
No, I just said, hey man, big
Okay,
fan of you for a
okay.
long time.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, but I just
I think
got
it's harder to
back in.
recognize football players because they have their helmets on so often.
Yeah.
Like you occasionally on the sideline see them without, but I think they're harder to recognize.
They're like
at least for
basketball
me.
players and
Yeah, because basketball you see their face
Yeah.
the whole game.
yeah,
I think it goes with NASCAR a little bit too.
Yeah.
it does.
We have our helmets on a bunch.
That's
All
what.
kind of race cars. So.
When I did flat track stuff last year, they always made sure we were doing the interviews with like they had the riders had to take their helmets off because that was part of it, like so people would get used to seeing their face. But yeah, I guess that is kind of like a weird thing.
Yeah, it's just different.
You guys do a lot of
sports.
appearances though, so people see you.
Yeah.
well, in the pre-race
Social media
stuff,
helps.
like,
Oh,
pre-race,
yeah,
like on
pre-race.
TV, if you're watching on TV,
Yeah.
they get those low-angle hero shots of
Oh, yeah.
everybody just standing there looking serious, just getting ready to hop in the car.
Looking really mad.
Your promos have been playing all your playoff promos have been playing
My playoff promos are playing.
all have been playing, yeah. All SEMA. The ones that they remind me of Sin City. Like they're like black and white with a little
yeah.
color.
Yeah, it was
There's
edgy.
one where you have like a motorcycle jacket that you like take off. Fun.
They said, take this leather jacket off.
They said, "Here,
Yeah.
take this."
I'm so cool. I took the leather jacket though. I stole it.
Oh yeah.
I didn't steal it. I asked them if I could have it.
Can I please have this
They never
leather
gave me
jacket?
an answer, so I just kind of walked out with it.
Hey,
But-
Jesse, I got one last question for you.
Oh yeah. Shoot.
So next year, what's your game plan for next year heading into the season?
My next year is looking like this. At first, I need to get this schedule. Yeah, but so my goal is, just continue to progress up. So, I'll be running K&N West again and East. So my plan is to run for sure all the big tracks. And then from there, kind of mix up a few other things, and then hopefully get the opportunity, as long as the funding arises, to move up and run some truck races too. So that would be the goal. Obviously, the experience too. Making sure that I'm ready. That's the goal. I want to do that, and that's what I'm working towards. So just gotta keep on setting my mind to it, keep on grinding every single day, and then I'll make it happen.
Awesome.
Well, thank you so much for hopping
Yeah.
on in the Glass Case of Emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We threw a lot of random things at you.
Yeah.
That
That's
tends to
kinda what
happen
we
on this
do.
It was
show.
fun. We talked about the book.
Yep.
Hey, if you can buy it on Amazon Books if you want it, or I can send you over my copy. You can read it for a little bit.
Just
and
make
send
sure
it
you
back.
wipe it
Send
off
it back.
first,
Yeah.
and then
Some Lysol wipes.
I'll sterilize it.
Okay, perfect.
But Jesse, well, thank you.
Well,
Yeah,
definitely. Thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much. Yeah.
Yeah, good seeing you.
Yeah. You too.
See you around, Jesse.
Yeah,
Most
good to
definitely.
see you.
I'll take care.
We're here doing the Glass Case of Emotion podcast live on NASCAR.com and on Facebook Watch. We're here
That's
at the
true.
NASCAR footprint at SEMA.
Hello.
Yeah, it's a lovely setup.
It is. It's cozy.
We got Truex's car over here. We've got the Monster
I thought you were about to say we have
Energy-
Truex.
Yeah,
over
we got
here.
Martin Truex right here, right now.
So many people have walked by asking if he's here because his car is here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's not
No,
here.
sorry to
Yeah.
disappoint
negative.
you.
We got the trophy over there.
The trophy, and that's the real trophy.
That's
the
really
actual
cool.
one.
Oh wow, it's heavy too.
Don't touch it.
Oh, they were telling me yesterday
made
it
us touch
holds
it.
like
Oh.
over 300 ounces. Is that correct? Oh, close to 400 ounces.
Of water.
No, of Monster.
Of Monster.
Of Monster.
Of Monster.
Can you imagine if you drank
80.
400 ounces?
Of Monster?
You would never go to bed.
Be very high.
That's what you need in Vegas.
You could probably just
I don't
run
know.
all through SEMA.
Yeah.
Would your
see
heart
everything.
still work if you drank that much?
I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, 400 ounces of anything is a lot.
Yeah.
Even water, you might.
Yeah, well,
Because you can overdose on water.
Right.
I don't know if you call it overdose.
That's
but
drowning.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's you drown.
Yeah.
But
Drowning in water. That's fair. Fair.
And he's done. He got himself on that one.
Cut.
Yeah.
oh man.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, I made myself laugh.
Yeah.
If you got to make yourself laugh.
Hey, man, that's what life's all about.
Something new I want to talk to you about. It kind of goes back to last night. You have started watching season 2
Yes.
of Stranger Things.
Yes.
I want to talk about that because I have yet to watch it, and I'm probably going to watch it on my flight to Texas.
And I'm going to binge watch it this weekend.
You've seen season 1.
Yes.
All right. Season 2 starts off a little slow, but only like the first episode. But I'm 3 episodes in right now. I watched it on the plane on the way out here. And they're stepping their game up a little bit,
Okay.
I think.
I thought the first one was pretty darn good, so I don't know exactly what that means. Like production quality stepped up, or
No,
just like storyline?
Story-wise, like they're going into detail about some of the characters, so you're getting more character-driven stuff, which is nice.
Okay.
I'm just interested to see if Barb comes back.
Barb.
I
thought they killed her
Don't
off.
tell me.
No, well,
Remember, she like disappeared.
Yeah,
they've
but she
done
was-
interviews.
I thought she was killed.
Yeah.
You can
she
come
gone.
back from the dead.
No, you
That's
can't.
true. In science
In
fiction,
science
nobody is
fiction-
ever dead.
What are you,
Yeah.
Obi-Wan Kenobi?
You are not dead. You will come back to life.
We'll see. I don't know.
When it-
We'll find out.
What?
The
No.
is it the Duffner brother or is it Duffner brothers? The guys that did it. Anyway,
Oh,
they
I don't
did
know.
interviews where they basically said Barb is dead.
Oh, she is.
Yeah, she is
oh,
gone.
That's unfortunate.
She's not coming back.
That was
but-
the creepiest part of the first season for me.
They
when
play
she was,
to
like,
that.
sitting at the pool.
Yeah, that was strange because
Oh.
that's real life.
Yeah, that's legit.
Get
They
abducted.
do acknowledge her though in this second season.
Oh, okay.
So it's not
All
like
right.
she's gone but not forgotten.
Now, will
there
you
you
try
go.
and how many episodes will you try and get through on your between now and I don't know the next few days?
So you flying from here to Texas?
Yeah, I don't know how long the flight is. Probably only a couple hours.
Yeah.
I don't
if
think it's
that.
bad. Maybe like 2 or
Yeah, I
two
can
and
get
a
2
half?
episodes in then.
Okay.
They're an hour long, right? So I can get 2 in if I really focus my mind on watching.
Yeah. That third episode, that was the one where I was like,
I think the first season was like that. The first
yeah.
episode or 2 were kind of like, oh, what is this? And then
Yeah.
you're like, oh.
Well, you've got to establish stuff, so you got to get your feet going and
Yeah.
get your plot lines out there.
I binge watched the first
Yeah.
season. Like I watched them all in like a day and a half during the day
Ooh,
because I was home
yeah.
by myself.
Oh, there you go. You gotta-
What is
you
your
gotta do that.
favorite show to binge watch?
Yeah.
Like, are there any that you'll like go back and re-binge?
Oh, that's a good question. Mad Men. I was a big Mad Men fan, so I went back and binge watched those. Seinfeld.
Okay.
Curb Your Enthusiasm. Do that. Those are pretty
Never
funny.
heard of that.
No.
Never heard of that.
What?
Never heard of that show?
You would think
Caribbean
it's, no.
Enthusiasm?
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Curb your No, I never heard of that one.
No,
either.
I think you would think it's funny. It's very like.
I feel like you're pulling your leg right now, kid.
No, I've
Oh.
no,
Are you-
I have no idea what that is.
Okay.
Larry David?
Larry David.
I don't know who Larry David is.
Like the
Oh.
balding, white-haired balding guy with glasses. You would,
Dude, that's-
you would.
It's like any old guy.
That's true. I think you would like the humor. It's very dry, like offbeat humor.
Okay.
That's what we're watching right now
Yeah.
at home.
Huh.
And
What's yours?
the people that are walking by, they're looking at us like we're
Yeah.
crazy. But my favorite one, I've just recently rewatched Blackadder.
Huh?
You're looking at me like, what? It's Rowan Atkinson.
Blackadder.
Blackadder. It's a British comedy with Rowan
Okay.
Atkinson.
Oh, Blackadder.
Yeah, it's a little Blackadder. Yeah,
He's a lord, so this is a person.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
He's a character that like plays in different times throughout history. It's pretty
Yeah.
funny. It's pretty funny stuff. Hugh Laurie is in it.
Oh, I know him.
House.
Yeah, from House.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
I don't
good
know.
show.
What do you binge watch,
Sounds
Ryan?
like a very hipster show to watch.
It does. You're a hipster.
Or just old.
Hipster 101.
Watch shows nobody's ever
The
heard
hipster.
of.
What's in a hipster starter pack?
Yeah.
Shows nobody's ever heard of.
That's like
Coffee ground by
nice.
squirrels.
Okay.
And beard
A
care
black
products.
T-shirt.
There you go.
A black T-shirt, skinny jeans,
Yeah.
and
Velvet shoes.
what kind of
Velvet
glasses
shoes?
are you
no, those
wearing?
aren't velvet.
That's suede.
Some beard,
shoes.
some beard butter.
Beard
Yeah.
butter.
Had to put some in this morning to get the beard beard going.
What do you binge watch?
Always Sunny in Philadelphia is like my
Oh,
binge watch.
yeah, that's a
like
good
the
one.
funniest show out there.
I don't ever. When I go back and rewatch those episodes, I don't ever watch them in order though.
Really?
For whatever reason, I don't know why.
Oh, I watch
I
them
just
all
watch
in order.
random episodes
Like I'll get done with all the episodes and then I'll just start over.
over again.
Like, I'll just keep watching.
Friends,
They're
I'll
fun
binge watch
every time.
Friends, but
Yeah.
Always Sunny is a good one.
No, it's great.
You can
There's just so many TV shows.
you can do it with Portlandia too. You ever watch Portlandia?
No.
Oh,
Is that another
that's
hipster?
another hipster show, Portlandia.
course.
But it's pretty funny. It's Fred Armisen and Carrie Brownstein.
I don't know who those people
Fred
are.
Armisen was on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He was also in Eurotrip. I think he played the Miss Guzzi. That guy? Remember? No? Ah, okay. Just going on a
I've
random
seen
stuff.
I've seen Eurotrip, but
Yeah.
it's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen Eurotrip.
I
I haven't seen a lot of stuff. Apparently.
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen this.
I actually don't watch TV. I don't own any TV or anything like that.
Well, you can watch this podcast on Facebook Watch and NASCAR.com.
Yeah.
Also, we're in Vegas now, but
Yeah.
we're going to be back.
Soon.
We are going to be back
For the banquet.
in
Next.
for the banquet.
No,
Yeah.
the end of this month.
End of this-
It's November. Oh, it's November 1st.
November.
Yeah.
You know, oh, speaking of November, are you going to No Shave November?
I
You should
mean,
keep going.
I just grow the beard. Like, this is a playoff beard.
Okay.
So when we're back for the what could be our biggest episode of the year, we're going to be opening up NASCAR after the lap.
Yeah.
All the
Okay.
playoff drivers will be there, plus Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Okay.
Yes, you will.
And we may have some guests of our own.
Yeah.
We've seen some stuff. We could have a pretty good little setup. Country music artist Lee Bryce will perform, and the good news is you can attend. Tickets are available at championsweek.nascar.com/afterthelap. All the proceeds from those tickets will go to benefit the Vegas Strong Fund, and the date for that is Wednesday, November 28th. So make sure you check it out. And again, get your tickets at championsweek.nascar.com/afterthelap.
And we're gonna have a sweet setup too.
Yeah.
It's going to be sweet. You said you guys saw it? Did you
I've
see
seen
the setup?
renderings.
Yeah.
He saw the space we're gonna be at.
Matt Strickert, who is over here producing over to the side, he and I went over there yesterday and checked it out. It's a good-looking space. It's
Yeah.
going to be a lot of fun.
I think that
great.
because we were at dinner last night and Chuck was telling us a story about how Jimmy Johnson shaved half his beard. I think if Jimmy is one of our guests, because he's obviously in the playoffs, live on the podcast, he should shave a stripe out of your beard.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I was leading into that to say that I'm either not going to have the beard when we come back or have it because
and then we can do something funny with it.
Right.
Like a
each
great
one should
mustache.
each guest should shave a stripe out of it.
by the end I'll have either like some sort of funky mustache or like
We'll
Fu
make,
Manchu.
we'll make it look good.
Yeah.
Are you doing No Shave November? Can you? Are you
No, I
allowed to?
can't. I will be
Oh,
shaving
dang.
tomorrow.
Oh,
So,
unfortunate.
it's unfortunate.
It's just
but
like a midweek beard.
yeah.
Yeah.
It takes a couple weeks just to do this.
I was saying, how long
Pathetic.
does it take you to grow a beard?
This isn't a beard, but
It's facial
It's a
hair.
semblance
it's
of a
facial.
beard.
It's facial hair. It's just hair. I don't know. This has been like I haven't shaved for probably a week.
Has
So-
your beard always been that full, or did you, when you were younger, did it progressively get thicker?
Oh, it got thicker as I got older. Like when I was
so
like
you have
16.
something to look forward to.
Oh, that's good. It's 16.
It's 16. It was real
16?
scraggly. Like at 16, that's kind of how my beard was.
What? You've had that at
Splotchy.
16?
I mean,
I mean, that I think
Jeez.
is a lot for a 16-year-old.
Thanks. I have. You just compare me to a 16-year-old. I have facial hair. I can't pull that off. That's terrible. Well, I'm gonna leave the podcast now.
don't go.
Oh,
So but
man.
it got better as you got older.
yeah.
Didn't take no.
Well, you
no
gotta
pills,
keep like
nothing
no.
like that.
You just gotta keep shaving it to let it grow back in, and then it just.
Does that really help?
Yeah.
The more you shave it, the more it'll grow back in.
That's what I hear, and I've.
That's
I
like
mean,
people that say if you have a gray hair and you pluck it, it grows like 3 more.
I
Yeah.
didn't
Is
know
it the
that.
same theory?
I forgot where I was sitting somewhere, and my mom was sitting behind me,
Uh-huh.
and I just felt something on the back of, like, it was a hand.
Yeah.
And then she plucked something.
Plucked it, yeah.
And I heard her say, "I'm not that old." Like, not that my son shouldn't have. It's
Oh.
like she's like, "I'm not that old for my son to have gray hair."
Ah. It's
Which
like a treasure hunt
she
finding a gray
is.
hair, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. She is.
She is.
Yeah.
She is. She's close
don't
to
know.
getting her AARP benefits.
I was eating breakfast at Denny's yesterday on the
Denny's,
way
Denny's?
here. Denny's.
I love
And I was sitting at the countertop because I was by myself, and this older woman was sitting next to me, and she didn't really talk to me much during breakfast, but then at the end she started a conversation. So they brought us each our bills, and she's like, "Honey, I know that getting old can be scary, but here is how you reap the benefits. And it was like the 55-plus meal she got from Denny's. So there's things to look forward to.
Yeah,
for your mom.
Close. You're getting close.
You're getting close.
I know.
You know,
Did you see the new Denny's logo there while you were there?
They
The one
have
that we
a
talked
pancake now instead of the sausage.
that's good.
They
That's
switched
It was like a
up.
pancake
Okay.
with like googly eyes
That's
and
a-
like a butter nose, like the dollop of butter is the nose.
Does he have a mouth?
Yeah, I think.
That's a
I
better.
think I remember.
That's a better root than a sausage wiener.
Yeah, no, that was a terrible logo.
No.
Yeah.
Poop sausage wiener. I don't know.
Whatever it was.
Anyways, speaking of that.
Speaking of that, nope, not that.
Oh.
What was that?
That was from Vegas at the Peppermill restaurant back in the spring.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you wearing neon?
No, it's just that's like the lights in there.
Oh,
It's all
I've actually
neon-y.
never been to the Peppermill.
I mean, they've got
Everybody
huge
said their-
pancakes,
Everybody
Really?
said their breakfast is the best.
and they serve it all
But
the
isn't
time.
it off the
Peppermill.
strip?
It's actually right down from the Encore where we're staying. And
Oh.
pretty much probably
Wow.
as the
Huh.
crow flies, it's back.
You
I'm
don't.
turned
Know, you
around.
have no idea where
I
you
have
are,
no
so don't
idea,
even
yeah.
try.
I have to go to breakfast.
It's one of those
tomorrow.
ways.
I'm gonna go eat there.
Maybe you can go after
I'm gonna go
the
eat there.
show.
Yeah. Peppermint.
Peppermill.
Peppermint
No.
rhino.
Peppermint, peppermint elephant,
Yes.
peppermint pachyderm.
Peppermill. Big
Peppermill,
pancakes.
Yeah. Big pancakes, big omelets.
Okay.
I don't like big omelets.
I like big pancakes.
I like big pancakes.
I do. I'm gonna go have cake, and then I'm gonna go eat pancakes.
Cake and pancakes.
Hell of a
Breakfast
meal.
of champions.
I'm an athlete.
You got to get ready for Texas, man.
Hey, big pancakes. Everything's bigger in Texas, apparently.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah. So.
I'm
there you go.
interested to see what Texas Motor Speedway's gift to GL Jr. is going to be, because they like to
Yeah.
do things bigger. I don't necessarily say better, but bigger. I don't know how they're going to beat the car that Talladega gave Jr.
I don't think you
We
can
never
beat
talked
that.
about that, did we?
Did
the
we?
car that
I don't know if we did.
I don't know if we did. That was sweet.
I don't
anyway,
know if we did.
I don't know if we did.
I don't know. I don't think we did. No, I don't know. That was pretty cool. I don't know how they're gonna top that. Well, they gave Tony a bobblehead.
Yeah.
Like a big
Yeah,
one.
where do you put? Would you want a bobblehead of your
No,
a
it'd be
life-size
weird.
bobblehead?
No,
Would
it'd
you
be-
just like put it in your living room?
It'd be creepy.
How strange is that if you have like a date over and you're just sitting on the couch and there's a huge bobblehead in the corner
You like my bobblehead?
of yours?
You're what? Bobblehead. Right
Bobblehead. Right there. He's got a giant bobblehead.
That guy right there. The one that they gave Tony, I didn't think even looked like Tony.
No, it didn't look anything
Yeah,
like it.
no.
I'm sure it's hard to make a bobblehead look, and especially that big. I'm sure it's gonna be expensive. But they gave Jeff, they've Gordon ponies
Ponies.
for his kids, mini ponies. I didn't know you could ride a mini pony.
Can you ride a mini pony?
I don't know. You can if you're small enough, I guess.
Oh.
If you're a huge person, I don't think you should ride a mini pony.
Like a Shetland pony? Like one of those little,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, not like this. Like, I mean, they're like that tall.
Yeah.
They're still pretty stout ponies,
Kids could probably ride them.
I
yeah,
guess.
they're for kids.
My friend was telling me he and his girlfriend or fiance went to the Outer Banks recently, and I guess there's like leftover wild horses from when the Spanish brought. I've never been to the Outer Banks, but they don't have the right diet, so they've like shrunk. So they're kind of like miniature from what they normally would have been. And I was like, "Oh, do you like pet them?" And they're like, "No." Apparently, they're like rabid.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't.
There's rabid horses running around on the
Yeah.
Outer Banks of North Carolina.
Did you ever see that video of this? There was guys just biking. I don't know where they were biking to, and the guy goes up to pet just a wild stallion, and it bites his forearm. Like, what do you expect?
What? Like actually, like took a chunk out, or just like a nibble?
Oh, he didn't nibble, but it didn't take a. I'm sure it drew blood, but
Well, that's like when you feed horses. Like if you give them carrots or peppermints, you're supposed to keep your hands super flat, or else they'll
well, I think your fingers.
take a
carrot.
digit off
I actually have a buddy who recently lost a thumb.
to a horse.
To a horse.
Stop.
No lie.
Did he just?
Like his whole thumb?
Well, it's a nub now.
Because you
Call it
need
nub.
your
It-
you
it
need
was-
your thumbs for a lot of things.
Well, that's what he was saying. He can button the cuff on one side, but the other side he has to get help.
Stop.
I kid you
He
not.
can use his mouth.
It's hard
No.
to do, but they do make little button pullers. Like
Oh.
back in the olden days, women when they used to put on the corsets, they'd have a little button puller. You could hook it and then pull it through the buttonhole.
Interesting.
So we were talking to him about maybe getting one and just wearing it on a necklace so he could
I
just
mean,
sort of.
There you go.
Kinda, I would be kind of devastated if I lost a digit.
I think
Yeah.
it'd be worse. A thumb, I feel like, is the worst digit to lose.
Because you need it.
Because then
to
you
do
just,
things.
Then you just.
You
are
just
kinda-
have.
Like Ken Schrader has a nub thumb.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never noticed that.
You never noticed that? Yeah.
I don't know
it's-
that how often
it's
I'm
like-
looking at his
it's-
hands.
It's not there. It's just nubby.
How
I don't
does
know
he
how
grip
he lost
the?
it.
Just like this?
Sort of
Yeah.
latch on.
Yeah, I
Get a
guess
little duct tape.
Yeah, just tape his hand to the steering wheel.
Tape it.
That'd be pretty. I'm sure it does. It'd be great.
What do you think would be the worst appendage to lose? Like hands, toe or thumb?
Your head.
Your head.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking more in like the feet and hands range.
They liked that one, by
Yeah.
the way.
Don't
You get headless horseman
It's true. They carry around a pumpkin.
for Halloween.
Oh yeah, that would definitely work for maybe the 3 seconds I'd still be alive. I don't know what I wouldn't want to lose. I don't.
I would probably say a pinky toe would be okay. No, more like a middle toe.
Okay.
I think you need your pinky toe and your big toe for balance.
Well, I
think.
actually crazy. I took anatomy
Oh.
in high school, and we were talking about, and my teacher said that our pinky toes will eventually evolve, and they won't be there anymore.
What?
As yeah, and
They'll
so
just be like
and they said
4 toes?
Yeah, I guess. And we asked, don't we use them for balance? He's like, no.
Oh, okay.
He
I
might have
stand
just been-
corrected.
He might have just been BSing me. I don't
Chop
really
the
know,
pinky toe off then.
but- Ew. I don't know. That'd be the least. That's the smallest one, I
Yeah.
guess.
And you don't hardly ever see your pinky toe.
I do. I look at it all the time. Like, this is my pinky toe. How you doing,
Have
pinky?
you ever painted your toenails?
Hipster.
Hipster? The answer, I think, is yes.
Well, okay.
I have not.
Now, what kind
I
of?
have
Somebody has.
Somebody has.
Somebody had a
Yes.
fetch, and they were like, "Let me paint your toenails."
I hate feet.
I do too.
Like
I hate 'em. Terrible.
You can keep your feet away from me.
I mean, I'm pretty indifferent. If somebody has really gnarly, gross feet, maybe get them away from me.
Oh,
I mean,
my-
I'm not like a foot person, but I don't. Indifferent.
I
think.
should have sent you a picture of when I broke my, because you got your big toe and then you got your toe right here, and I broke that one. I got broke playing basketball, so it was like a big purple sausage, and it was, I couldn't move it, and then the nail fell off of my big toe, and so I pulled it off before a race, and
Didn't that bother you in the car?
No, I actually wasn't bad because I was walking around. I'm like, damn, something's jabbing me in my thing. It was my nail.
Your
like-
toenail about to fall off.
and so I ripped it off, and there was a new one already growing under it. So it was like pushing it off, and so it's like a half nail right now.
Oh,
It's pretty crazy.
perfect. Is it still purplish?
No, it healed.
Okay.
It healed. It still hurts though every now and then, but it was. I have a photo of it. I'll show you guys
Oh,
later.
perfect.
It's like, make sure it's after or before you eat.
Chuck deflected though and did not tell us
He did.
why he had his toenails painted.
Yeah. Deflect.
It was in middle school, and there was a play that we were doing.
Oh.
Oh, well, that's acceptable.
Yeah, that's fine.
I thought if you were just sitting at home, just
Yeah,
like painting toenails.
Or on a Saturday night, one of your hipster dude friends is like, "Hey, man, can I paint your toenails?"
You know what's really gnarly right now? If I paint your toes.
Ooh, no, yeah. See, hipsters painting toes is just weird.
Would you like me to rub your feet?
I think it's acceptable for men to have painted toenails.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Like actual color or like the French.
The French would be worse, I think.
You
I
should.
know some dudes that will go and like they'll get a pedicure because it's like foot care, and they'll get a massage and stuff, and they'll just be like, "Yeah, put on like black toenail polish or blue." No,
I've never
I know.
heard of anybody.
I
doing
know
this.
multiple males that have done this,
My sister's boyfriend gets pedicures,
like on the
but he
regular.
doesn't. But yeah. But he doesn't. Not on the regular. I don't know. He has before a few times, but he doesn't like get his toenails painted or nothing.
Oh, they can buff them and just like make them shiny. Yeah,
ol'
no,
sander.
they'll buff them.
Huh.
Yeah.
Nice. What do you got there?
I got a screenshot. It's
little
apparently
photo?
a photo of you in NASCAR Next, but I can't get it to pull
Oh.
up.
Yeah, that was back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day.
So they
I've
tweeted
seen
out.
that.
They tweeted out that photo of,
Yeah.
of me, Bubba, Larson,
Chase.
and Chase, and they cut Dylan.
Here it is, Kim.
Oh.
I
Oh,
was gonna say, do
baby
you want to show it
face.
to the
Suarez.
camera there?
And they cut Dylan Kwasnowski out of it
because he
because he's wasn't in the
No,
Cup
Cup
Series.
He's in that photo. Wait, I didn't look.
Yeah, he's far left.
Hold on.
Right
Once they
there.
show it to me. Oh.
He's far left,
Oh,
and they cut
poor
him
guy.
out of the photo, and I was like kind of mad. They cut him out of the
That
photo.
is
Like
kinda
NASCAR
sad.
tweeted that. I was like, oh, that's kind of.
I actually
don't wanna say
saw
anything
him
about
walking
that.
around in Uptown Charlotte the other day.
He is in
lives
real
there.
estate now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's a Vegas native.
Vegas
Yes,
native.
yes, he
Surprised
is.
he's not back out here.
Yes,
He could be.
He
I
could
don't
be
know.
here.
Yeah.
We just never know. He doesn't text me anymore. Whatever.
Doesn't call. He doesn't
Call,
text.
doesn't write.
Don't know what he's doing
He
anymore.
used to call
nothing.
me on my cell phone.
We're not getting into that.
Oh.
But I think it's going downhill. You guys have anything else you want to talk about?
I don't know, Kim. You got anything?
I don't know.
Any fans have anything? We have a gathered
Hollering.
crowd.
Oh, hey.
There's a few fans here.
I mentioned your horse story. You missed it. The friend I was talking about that went to the Outer Banks is out there
Oh,
watching.
there we go.
Yeah.
At the horse store.
Hello.
We have a question.
Oh, they want merch. People want merch.
We got to discuss that.
This is a topic that people do ask me a lot. Thank you for bringing it up because we need to make it happen.
We got to
At least with like the logo, if nothing else. Maybe you know what we need to do? I was reminded of this last night because we were talking about koozies.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe for after the lap, since there might be some delicious Coors Light there that we have, koozies that have the logo on it. Perhaps.
See what we can do. I think there's some discussions that we can have off the line about it.
Okay.
Maybe come up with something, have something to, because that's a good way to get the branding out there. You know, this fabulous podcast that's on NASCAR.com/podcast and on Facebook Watch.
You know the people that are,
Live.
well, I guess it's for the foot traffic. So I was going to say the people that are watching and listening clearly know that.
Oh, yeah, clearly, because they're watching and listening.
Yeah.
But
I got some ideas for some shirts. I think we can come up with them. I have a great idea, but I don't want to spoil it right now.
Okay, it can be spicy. We also need to figure out what we're going to do since we got 1 million listeners. Like give something away or, merchandise. March for 1 million?
well, I mean, if you're here at SEMA, we can give you a slice of cake.
I don't know that I want to share that cake.
I want a lot of it.
You want a lot of the cake?
Yeah, Ryan
Maybe
hasn't eaten breakfast.
a sliver of cake.
A sliver
Okay.
of cake.
A-
We can do
a
it.
dollop.
We can do a sliver of cake.
You guys should have each fed each other cake like at a wedding.
Do like the thing where you wrap your arm around. Do
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here's
it's
the
always
cake,
confusing.
yeah.
And then I like though when somebody smashes it in the other's face.
You just ruin the cake.
Yeah.
No one eats it
Whatever.
anyway. No one eats it anyway.
Pie is better than cake.
What?
Sorry. Yes.
What kind of pie?
Apple
Shepherd's
pie?
Shepherd's pie is amazing, though.
Have you seen? You guys don't watch Friends, where Joey mixes up the truffle and the shepherd's pie. Nope.
No.
Nobody got that reference. It's fine. It's a great one. It's I think one of the Thanksgiving episodes. But he's making something for the gathering, and he is going to make one or the other. I can't remember either a dessert truffle or a shepherd's pie. And he starts making it, and he accidentally flips the book, and so it's like layers of like chocolate, and then like ground beef, and then like carrots, and then like whipped cream. It's fine. Another reference from Friends that just crashed and burned. No, but pie I prefer over cake.
For apple pie.
I like apple pie, yeah.
With or without ice cream?
A la mode always.
Is that?
That's
with ice cream.
Okay,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
A la
It's a
mode.
fancy word on me.
She's trying to church it up. It's ice cream. It's ice cream on cake.
You can be fancy now. Next time you order something with ice cream, just say a la mode.
I'll
It's
have
like
this
the
pie.
soup du jour.
A la mode.
I'll have the soup du jour.
Sounds good. I'll have that.
I'll have the soup du jour a la mode, please.
Wait, so you want ice cream in your
Why not? Sounds like a great time, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oof.
My favorite type of cake is cheesecake. Love cheesecake.
I don't consider that cake.
Why?
It's not like a spongy cake, like a regular layer cake.
What about like a pancake?
Yeah, I don't consider that a cake.
It's a
I
fluffy-
think I consider cheesecake a dessert. I don't put it in the cake category.
Then why would they call it?
I consider like chocolate cake and vanilla cake and carrot cake. Those are all cakes to me. Cheesecake is not a cake. I don't know why they call it a cheesecake.
What's
It actually should be a cheese pie. It's closer to a pie than a cake, if we're really going to debate.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I think we should
Wrap
we
it
should
up.
wrap.
Wrap it
I
up.
think you should touch the button.
I'm gonna touch the button, and you're gonna hear something,
Oh.
and it's gonna be great, and you should pretty much thank everybody for joining us
go.
today.
That's really
Oh, yeah, we can dig
Yeah.
into the cake while
Yeah.
we're...
Thanks for
exiting.
everybody for watching on Facebook Watch.
Cheers.
And things like that. And hopefully you guys listen to it. Thanks for everybody sticking around.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Thanks for all the
And,
people out there.
If you're here,
We
to
should have
listen,
shown a shot of all the people.
go subscribe in iTunes.
Oh, we did?
To Glass
You can
Case
take
of
one and
Emotion,
pass
Yeah.
it.
Oh, thank you.
so we can get up to 2 million
there's
downloads
two.
and listens.
Great.
All right.
Thank you guys for joining.
Yes.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Come on, thank you, Carlos Bakery.
Yeah.
Since 1910.
It's a big cake.
I'm surprised the showgirls didn't drop it while they walked out.
That's true. They were lovely. That's a tiny sliver of cake.
You were so going to drop that?
I'm